In 183, Vaisampayana continued. The sons of Pandu said to the high-souled Markandeya, "We long to hear of the greatness of the Brahmanas. Do thou tell us of it?" Thus asked the revered Markandeya, of austere virtue and high spiritual energy, and proficient in all departments of knowledge, replied a strong-limbed, handsome young prince of the race of the Kaunteyas, a conqueror of austere cities, once went out hunting, and while roaming in the wilderness of big trees and thickets of grass, he saw at no great distance from him a Muni with the skin of a black antelope for his upper garment, and killed him for a deer, and pained at what he had done, and his senses paralyzed with grief, he repaired to the presence of the more distinguished of the Aiha chiefs. The lotus-eyed prince related to them the particulars, and hearing the account, "O my son," and beholding the body of the Muni, who had subsisted on fruits and roots, they were sorely afflicted in mind, and they all set out inquiring here and there as they proceeded, as to whose son the Muni might be, and they soon after reached the hermitage of Rishtanemi, son of Kashyapa, and saluting that great Muni, so constant in austerity, they all remained standing while the Muni, on his part, busied himself about their reception. And they said unto the illustrious Muni, "By a freak of destiny, we have ceased to merit thy welcome. Indeed, we have killed a Brahmana." And the regenerate Rishi said to them, "How hath a Brahmana come to be killed by you? And say, where may he be? Do they all witness the power of my ascetic practices?" And they, having related everything to him, as it had happened, went back, but found not the body of the dead Rishi on the spot where they had left it. And having searched for him, they returned ashamed and bereft of all perception, as in a dream. And then, "O thou conqueror of austere cities," the Muni Pariksha addressed them, saying, "Hey princes, can this be the Brahmana of your killing? This Brahmana, endowed with occult gifts from spiritual exercises, is indeed my son." Seeing that Rishi, O Lord of the earth, they were struck with bewilderment, and they said, "What a marvel! How hath the dead come to live again? Is it the power of his austere virtue by which he hath revived again? We long to hear this, O Brahmana, if indeed it can be divulged." To them he replied, "Death, O lords of men, hath no power over us. I shall tell ye the reason briefly and intelligibly. We perform our own sacred duties, therefore have we no fear of death. We speak well of Brahmanas, but never think any ill of them. Therefore hath death no terror for us, entertaining our guests with food and drink, and our plenty of food. We ourselves then partake of what is left. Therefore we are not afraid of death. We are peaceful and austere and charitable and forbearing and fond of visiting sacred shrines, and we live in sacred places. Therefore we have no fear of death, and we live in places inhabited by men who have great spiritual power. Therefore hath death no terror for us. I have briefly told ye all. Return ye now altogether, cured of all worldly vanity. Ye have no fear of sin." Saying Haman, O foremost scion of Bharata's race, and saluting the great Muni, all those princes joyously returned to their country. Thus ended section 183 in the Markandeya-Samasya Parva of the Vana Parva.